Hi, and welcome back to Disco Elysium, where we want to speak to Titus. If he doesn't let me in, it's a bowl, there's spit in it, reeking of tobacco. What's on the wall over there? Photos of men in overalls, toting guns and union placards. You see hawthorn bushes outside. Okay. Let's talk to the window then. Behind the dock workers, a ceiling height window, the hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers. The men are talking, but you swear you hear those black limbs tap on the window as the wind blows outside. Let's squint. There's a little slide panel up there, so to let some air in, no need to open it in spring, it's too cold outside. You're not sure about that, somehow you just know there's something out there behind the glass. Ooh, that's a wide check of perception side, okay. Let's just talk about it, there's something out there. Yeah, your mother. It's not a very good mother joke, but the room still laughs. Something about those mother jokes just works. Let's try the 6. Nope. Nothing, just black tangles like the hair of an old woman. Motionless. The wind in the yard does reach the hawthorn, nor does light come in from the window. Whatever. Was a weird phrasing, but we got it. Let's talk to Titus.
This is where you say your bit.
You don't sound like I envisioned you to sound. A broad-shouldered man points at you with a beer
Detective.
can. The lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you. We need to talk about the man hanged out back.
Oh, this is about him? A real looker, that one.
You're sure taking your time, waiting for him to get all ripe and pretty for you, huh?
Oh, he's a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff. Letting out that pretty boy smell.
Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean, I wouldn't go in there for $1 million.
He slaps his forehead.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
These guys are so macho they are ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask if it was them. Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match. Scan the room. Boot size 44, blonde man in his 30s, overbearingly masculine. Sitting on the right, standard working boots, size 45 or 46, eldest in the room, probably mid-50s, smoker, quiet. Hobnailed working boots, size 43, gang tattoos, mask or Samaritan, in his late 30s, early 40s. And then standard working boot, steel and reinforced toes, size 46, the big dick, wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips. Rugby cap, fingerless gloves and numerous scars, a little under 40. The emblem on his vest say Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain. In the far corner, standard working boot, steel and reinforced toes, size 44. 40-something, not non-alcoholic beverage in hand. Is that a plectrum? Where? On his neck. Forget it, not important. Let's call this one the musician. The musician with a worn-off boot. And the little guy? Shanky, size 41 with a light step. Not a shite after all. An older man with a red face, mean watery eyes and 2 front teeth missing. And in the middle, Fat Angus, boot size 46, deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He alone is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor and you could easily exceed 220. In conclusion, These 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy. One of them is missing. The odd soul? Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions. Where's the eighth Hardy? The fuck is with you, fella? Titus staring at you with his head tilted. I found 8 sets of footprints, but there's only 7 of you. Where's the 8th Hardy boy? What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here. He seizes you up. Or, what you want to be the 8th Hardy boy? We aren't hiring. Actually, boss, we've been talking. We think she could, maybe. This person Glance wants to hire. He really respects her. Shut the fuck up, Glenn. I do the talking here. Know what the fuck do you want, cop? So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her? That's right, we're not talking about this. This is private Hardy boys matter, nothing to do with your shit. And you're not cops here. Don't do digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you. Good, we were all watching each other. Officer, your question? There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later. The man hanged in the backyard. Did you do it? The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy. Funny, but my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you. Why are your boot prints all over the scene? You mean these boots? Size 46 steel reinforced toe? Yes. We all got a pair. We wore them the night we took the pretty boy out back and hung him by the neck. Yeah, we did that. Together, all of us, until he was dead. That's why our prints are all over the scene. Aha, so you just confessed to murder? Goddamn right, No, the woman interjects. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happens so that you don't waste any more of your time. All 7, together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic. And when did this hanging accident occur? You don't have to answer any of this question, the fixer turns to remind Titus. I know, Lizzie, relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week. How long had you known the victim? Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole. Yeah, who do you think we are? Quiet. He came around but 3 weeks ago when that Pines Co. first sailed into town. Happy? By the Pine Coast you mean the representative for Wild Pines, the shipping company you're striking against? No, I mean the Pines Co., the stupid-ass co they sent in to fuck us over. But you know that, what? But you know what? He rubs his shin, pretending to mull it over. Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough. That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions. How did you kill him? We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, copper? Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot? Can you give us a few more details? Did you muffle him? We haven't heard any reports of screams. Titus, you don't have to clarify anything. We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead and steady. Then he left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks. Things aren't quite right here. How did you manage to overpower him? With numbers, asshole, how do you think? You're right, Lizzie, I've done enough explaining here. No, he hasn't, not yet. Where did this overpowering happen? Right fucking here. The fucker pranced in here like he owns this place. Got what was coming to him. He is lying. I'm pretty sure he is lying. I'm coming back to this question later. We might get more bonuses. Because that's a red shack and I cannot retry that. Right, I have other questions about the lynching. Who called the shots that night? Aren't you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a hardy boy without arresting all hardy boys. You think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all? A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation. No, but seriously, who calls the shots around here? Who do you fucking think does? The girl. The girl that I don't know who she is yet. Yeah, it's the 830 boy, the one who's missing, the big dick. Moment of silence, the long-haired one breaks it. Titus, no one was thinking that there's any question who's the leader. That's how he would have ended it. Titus would let No. Fuck no. The big dick is right here, so you're looking at it. He grabs his crotch. Right fucking here. Disregard the outburst, officer. None of the boys have any more comments on their power relations. That night they acted as one, that's all. No remorse. How many people have you sent to the chase? Ever felt remorse for them? Chaise électrique is the method of capital punishment and reversal under the coalition. During the Suzerain's reign, it used to be the firing squad. Or sent them to a reunion to rot for 20 years, for life. He says it as if it were worse than dying. What's a reunion? The River Esperance Correctional Facility, a military prison run by the coalition, dubbed Reunion by the inmates. The origin of the name is unknown. Yes, but these were all bad people, criminals, the scum of the earth. Rest assured, lawman, none worse than our guy. He got what was coming to him. Why did you kill him? Why? Because he was worth a mercenary scum and he stepped out of line in my town. So he was a mercenary, that's it? And he stepped out of line, he repeats, jaw clamped shut like a vice. What kind of mercenary? The kind that shows up when you start a strike, the experienced kind too. Had Leishmin and Semenine written all over him. Ex-RNG Special Forces. A live grenade. Right here in our bar. This one has a special gripe with him coming here. I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the White Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara. Hold on, how do you even know he was in Special Forces? Because one night he walked straight up to the Mick and said, I'm RNG's goddamn Special Forces and I'm gonna fuck you all. Really? Yeah, really, he had a gin and tonic up there, sang some RNG's Paratrooper song and said he's gonna fuck everyone. We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there, like some kind of animal. Sire, the tale is true. This is a serious violation of the karaoke code. Yes, it is. Okay, besides crimes against karaoke, what did he actually do wrong? Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning. From rape to harassment to threats of violence, why the strange de-escalation? He regrets mentioning it, hopes you didn't notice. To kill us all if we don't open the gate, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. And that was before he started coming here. Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night, drinking, grabbing girls, grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke right there on the stage. He grabbed someone. Yeah, this girl's on the make, a beautiful girl, young, gets into the second verse of Lover Lake, the fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming, show me your cunt, won't you show me your cunt? Then he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle, doesn't even fall down. Was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted, raped, you said? Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you, he took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen. Yeah, me and Eugene got out. Aren't you fucking listening? There's something odd here. Seems like they don't want to talk about the rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it. Right, but who did he rape then? This is a very serious allegation. No. There's a moment of silence. You're not getting a name. That's a Martinez matter. I'm not discussing it with you clowns. Why don't I just arrest you? Yeah, lawman, why don't you? It's almost an anthropological sight, watching him try to assert dominance over you. Not in the arresting mood? By said, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hiss as he steps closer. Easy, walk back from the provocation. They are armed and they are outnumbered. The lieutenant tries to establish eye contact with you. Easy now, let's just talk. Wise move. He leans back against the table. You made the right choice there. Now make another one and get the fuck out of our booth. We're not going to do this again. So where was this thing that I wanted to do? There. 42% chance. Let's do it. Fair. Actually, they are admirably, surprisingly composed. The entire room, given how many questions you've lobbed their way. All of them, maybe one of them, is fidgeting, cracking under the pressure. Well, this one, but he is always fidgeting, so don't get your hopes up. We can't conclude on that. Let's conclude that. Nothing. Her reply comes sharp. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong. I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up, yelled Titus. The lieutenant closes his notebook. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder, even if it is a group responsibility. We're going to look into this. Good luck with that. He grabs another beer. You've heard everything a rent cop is going to hear from us, real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating. Rent a cop? So that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as his equals. Oh, we have to prove our authority. So we have to take away the ledger and the other thing to have a better chance. I was weak when we first met. Ugh. I'm going to take off now. The ledger is bad. What's that? I can use that to up psyche and damage my health, but that's not what I want. Something minus authority wise? No. Something plus authority wise? No. Okay.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Let's try it. Success. As you look around this room full of sweaty men swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar? Where have I seen this before? You believe the place was called Precinct 41 and was also filled with almost exclusively men sitting on desks, talking shit and wasting time. I get it, Titus. You guys really are the authority around here. You must be. You're just like real cops, drinking beer and sitting around with your dicks in your hand. You got a problem with beer now? Not quite there yet. Push on. No, I'm also a big fan of beer and jerking off instead of helping people. You're saying we don't help people? I've been doing this job for 10 years. Martinez was a dump before we put this outfit together. They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week. Kids dead, fucking graffiti everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s. Congratulations on the graffiti removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim. So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck. Don't let him drink it. One more push. Just don't antagonize him. You have this already. It's not about who did it, it's about the victim. She needs help. Titus. He looks at her. She stops mid-sentence. That's it, you got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms. You want to help her, cop? Fine, I'm gonna let you help her, but you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her. A freight train of pain, buddy. What's her name? Well, level up, yay! Klaasje Amandu. She's staying here at the Whirling and Rags. A real pretty one, silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's Amandu with OU. What was her relationship with the mercenary? Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship. It was like a karaoke incident all over again, or like some other girls he was harassing. Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation. When did it happen? He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again, so what does it matter? It would help if we establish a timeline. Alright, 2 weeks maybe? I don't know, I need another beer. Here you go, boss. What's your relationship with her? I know her. He looks around and an uncommon silence fills the room. How well do you know her? Well enough, Copper. We partied. She's been here for a few months. So she's not from around here. You mean Revachol? Nah. She's an immigrant or a drifter of some sort. Been staying here over the winter. Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all. Shut up, Angry. Ain't she? She doesn't need your help. Titus gives them both a look. They fall silent. What's with all the silences? It's like these girls don't know how to feel about this. You should keep picking at it. And what was up with that partying she and Titus did? It sounded fun. You said you partied. What did you mean? What do you think I meant? Sex, drugs and karaoke? Yes, yes and no. Got something to say about it. So you're saying the two of you were close? No, we just fucked, that's all. I'm not gonna give you any details if that's what you're after, so put your dick away. He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. That's all you're gonna get for now. He's doing a good job here. A commendable performance of I don't give a shit. I think I know her. You don't know her. You're wrong, I do. Not the way I do. Thank you. We will talk to her. Now we got... Speak to the assault victim on door number 3. I saw her smoking on the roof again. I met her coming out of my room while she was smoking. I didn't really talk to her that time. Unlock the slot for the volumetric shit compressor. Great. Hey, it was not bad. It was not bad at all. Let's talk to the rape victim then. Did we just solve the murder? We did just solve the murder. What are we doing here then? Knock. Who is it? A woman's voice answers, muffled by the door. Tired, controlled. This is the police, can we come in? Come on up, the door's open. I'm drying my hair. Ooh, up. Let's do everything else first. Hotel bill calculations look like she's had an extended stay. Piles of dirty clothes. Women. The room has a set all over it. Reminds me you of your own. Bathroom. Okay. There's bathroom window. In the yard below, a corpse hangs from a pine tree. But there's something weird about this cupboard here. Medicine cabinet. This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Oh, that looked like a weird splotch, but it's a weird pom-pom or something like that. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills haphazardly stacked on one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there. Look at the toothbrush. It's been used quite a lot. Look at the medications. Pharmaceuticals line the shelves, sheet upon sheet and pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners. There's quite the collection in here. Anything of note? He asked in a lowered voice. Search the bottles. Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, hysteriparidol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads Nacra. Nacra? This is used to treat opioid overdoses. Always handy to have around. Nacra. Opioid antagonist. Interesting, that's used for diamorphin overdoses. Search the pill sheets. Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gottwaldian marked red blister packs you find, what do you find? This is going to take a little know-how. I have a chemical hangover, so I know more about chemicals. That's great, 83%. Looks great. Let's save to maybe save comment, but I think I'll just do it. Didn't it say like 83%? Shouldn't that be everything but a 2? Oh no, I'm off on the math there. I need, for 83% I need a 5? I have 5. I need a 5. Yeah, okay. Now I'm safe scumming it. A bright orange bottle with Preptide stamped on it, in sunny happy letters. Jackpot, baby, that's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat like just holding that little plastic container. What's so interesting about this? It's speed, man, just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders, but what we are seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed. Lieutenant, I also see a brand called Preptide. Preptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine, prescription speed. The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy. I told him about it. I have sweaty hands. I can take it if I want to sell it. I'm just taking it. The lieutenant looks towards the door as if he didn't see you pilfer that sweet Preptide. Who cares, man? Who cares what this stiff thinks? Here comes the afterburner. Just put in your sweaty little hand now. Close the cabinet. Let's see. We have Saint Baptiste Preptide Speed. Plus motorics, minus morale. 4 uses. Another thing that I hope I can sell soon or bribe someone with. Because I won't take that. Let's go up. The girl should be up there. I think it's the one that I talked to when I got out of my room, but I didn't talk to enough. You feel someone watching you behind a glass door, a woman. The bed has been hastily made. Let's talk through the window before going out. This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo. Run my finger across the glass. Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges, but the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No ships, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface. It was replaced. Looks like it, yes. He adjusts his glasses. You know which window has not been recently replaced. The one I smashed in my room? Yes, that one. Cold wind is seeping in right now, just one floor below you, messing up your concentration here. Stop distracting him, he has work to do. Plus, I recall the window had been giving him shit ever since he got there. Yeah, that's right, Necktie. You're my friend. And we learned that they did do a new window here. Let's go out onto the balcony. And there were 2 doors up there, if I saw right the last time I looked. The smell of cigarette smoke in the air. Astra Menthol. Menthol thick cigarettes. Interesting. I never liked those. Cold coffee and an ashtray that looks like a hedgehog. There are flies over here, so maybe blood. A handful of dried white wildflowers. Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air. Catch it! And we have it. You catch a single white flower between your fingers, the rest fly off into the wind. It's a maple. The young woman looks at the maple in your hand just a glance, then takes a drag of a cigarette. The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod. That's interrogate. This is the white flower you caught, one of the bouquet of mugworts that you found on the whirling roof. It's shedding its petals quickly in your pocket. And I want to interact with it. 6 crumbling petals rest on your palm. They're white, a bell-shaped crown. What is this, Kim? This is the Insulindian lily. Called Mabel's or Lucille's tears during the revolution. Girls used to pin these on soldiers before sending them off to battle. This flower is a spring flower, but it's a bit early for that, isn't it? Who pinned them? Which side? The revolutionaries, so the communards and the anarchists. White's their color. But the custom started in the suzerain's army, so it held meaning for the kingsmen too. It's about girls and boys more than sides. Girls sending off boys who are going to their deaths, then also dying themselves in the ruins from dysentery and consumption. It's a symbol of the Civil War. Does this flower blossom in the early spring? Yes, but not this early. Not to my knowledge. It looks dried, preserved. It's a coincidence. It being on the roof? Maybe, maybe not. He makes a note in his little book. We'll see. Very well. And they feel fragile in my hand. Interesting. Interesting. So she sent someone off to war. Let's go to the other. There's a small heavy door. There's no lock inside. I can kick it. Where does this lead to? I don't know. It's not the first closed door we found in this building. There's also your mysterious blue kitchen door. Do you think it's important? I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case. The vigilance, the cadavers, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not omnipotent. Is it open? It's barred from the inside. You can hear the bar rattle in the brakes. And we need to get a pry bar or something like that. I can wear this tank top thing to get stronger, but I won't do that. It will look silly. Okay, let's talk to the girl.
Welcome to the roof.
The young woman has a cigarette in one hand and a coffee cup in the other. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Nice view you've got here.
I don't know about that, officer.
And the corpse is there. The woman doesn't flinch, but there's something in her light brown eyes. Sadness. You mentioned a cleaning lady. I think I need one.
Oh yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell is opened in there.
Disco
They
Inferno.
also say that's why the cleaning lady quit, because of the infernum.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I see you've already met my colleague.
Have I ever? Have you grown accustomed to your role as a police officer?
I have very little idea of what I'm doing. That's totally right. I have very little idea of what I'm
You're
doing.
doing just fine. After all, your path has led you back to me.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man who was hanged. The people responsible have asked us to talk to you.
Ah, I see.
Be careful, ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult. What's your name, miss, for the record? Klaasje Amandu. And where are you from? Rederford, Republic of Oranje, so Netherlands. What is Oranje? A bad memory, officer. A bad memory of what? Of lilacs and lightning, parks, glass, duraluminium. Rederford is a conference city. It's always autumn there, and night. At least it was for me. What's so bad about that? Nothing, if you're no longer there. How old are you? 28. What do you do, miss? What's your specialization? Something stupid? What's that? Oranje's literature. It's what I study at the university. What is your literature about? Fear of failure, fear of death. How it sucks to be oranges. All national literatures are only the name of the nation changes. If that's true, then Veracolian lit would fit you like a glove. What do you do with the literature? Nothing. How do you make money then? Money is very important. Cool, she looks at the black note in your hand. I've made more money by just being than I have with Orange's lit. Being what? Main things, a roller skating instructor, a secretary, Miss Oranje 37. It's the world's most tired smile. That's 14 years ago. Miss Oranje, now that there's something you should linger on. Wouldn't it be inappropriate to do that? It's very inappropriate. Now linger. What is Miss Oranje 37? It's a beauty pageant. Held in the year of our century 37 in Oranje. She was 14 at the time. You were 14? Indeed. Her voice is indifferent to the number. I don't think I disapprove of the custom of making 14 years participate in Miss contests. Definitely, I disapprove of that. But does he do? I don't think so. So I don't think I've ever been 14. I don't think I've ever heard anything less relevant to any investigation. Could we take a look at your passport, please? I'm afraid you can't, officer. Why's that? Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag and in an undisclosed disclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets. Thank you for your candor. Why? They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river. How do I know you've told us your real name? If I were to lie to you, I would come up with some more mainstream name than Klaasje Amandu. It's a weird name. She seems to be telling the truth, sire. I'm pretty sure I have the legal right to demand your passport, miss. Look, officers, I like this place, but I don't want to be stuck wandering in the city like a ghost after being robbed of my travel documents. I don't want to become an indentured servant in a brothel on Boogie Street, and I don't want my relatives to pay the ransom. We learned something. Brothels are on Boogie Street. Very important. Okay then. She pours herself more coffee. That doesn't sound like coffee. Thank you, that's it for the record. You have a nice room. It's pretty deluxe. No one likes to talk about their dirty laundry and their empty bottles. Maybe you phrase it emotionally. Hate to say it, but you've got sand all over the place. Yeah, I've contaminated it pretty bad. Is that why you're out here? The contamination spreads from room to room. First I escaped upstairs, the sand got that too. Then I found the handle for the summer door. What exactly is the nature of this contamination? For me, it's a mix of me with a lack of cleaning services. How about you? Talk around the establishment as you have an industrial sand spill in there. Somewhere below, military-grade sand is dripping off the walls. You should say the first thing, it's honest. It will lead to introspection. Something is bad. In my head. In the past. That's where it always comes from, isn't it? From the head and from the past? It's a feeling. White and filled with doom. Gaseous, invisible, deadly. It's everywhere. Sounds like an advanced form of what I've got. With a bit of old love sprinkled on top. Probably, yeah. Love is terror. She breathes in a large billow of smoke, savors it, then lets it out slowly. She breathes in. Whatever. What are you doing in the whirling in rags? She's wintering. She was staying about 4 months. She came in November. Why here? Here in Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Ravencourt? Whirling. Funkiest building in Martinez, and all other buildings are bombed to hell. Martinez. I heard this is where the washed-up disco has-beens go. You're too young to... No, this is Sassy Town. It's where the future of dance lies, if you say so. What are you doing in Ravencourt? I only wanted to see the only city in the world and the worst time of the year. It's a tourist thing. This is by far not the only reason why she's here, and she isn't really hiding it either. What are you doing on this continent? Came to see the new world. It's a tourist thing. This is by far not the only reason she's here. What's happened to the old new world? It turned out to be a thrust-infested third world slum. Called Ilmara, and it didn't. Even after the mess colonized it 7 ways from Sunday, it's an industrial powerhouse. You've quite the collection of prescription drugs down there. Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it. Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Ravencourt, but you should still reprimand her. No, don't listen to that stiff. Be cool. Narcomania is nothing to be proud of, miss. What did you say? You heard what I said. Narcomania is a serious issue, nothing to scoff at, miss. Oh my god, now it's turning into narcomania. It's got to be serious if it's 2 words. Her face lights up with laughter. I'm sorry. The collection includes Nacra, an opioid antagonist. Comes in handy when you've done too many opioids. Is that something that happens to you often, miss? Better safe than sorry. You seem to have, among other things, peptide. Oh yes, one of my favorite. It cures many ailments. Like what? Like not being able to stay up for 36 hours. Not being happy. It cures those ailments. It's just a mirrored speed molecule, basically. Cool, I took some, for personal use. Sure to her. Motherfucker took my peptide. Looks like you owe me one, officer. I'm talking serious corruption here. This does not amount to actual corruption. I can easily log it under confiscation. Robbed by a common highwayman. It's hard to tell if she means it in earnest or as a joke. She's not angry, but it's true. She's gonna have to find some more peptide now. I wanted to give it back to her, but whatever. Where does the roof door go to? You tell me, officer. I've been trying to open it, in case the contamination gets to the roof and I have to move on. No luck. That window is new. It is. Kim finds the answer unsatisfying. I have other questions. Let's ask her the other questions later. She will be here until 23 o'clock drinking coffee. And I cannot save yet, so I have to conclude this thought about the volumetric shit compressor. So we know what we're doing. Wow, that's the volumetric shit compressor where it's coming out and puking onto a baby. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where police officers' shit has been observed at a pressure of about 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts. All endurance white checks unlocked and the learning cap for endurance was raised to 4. So we can inspect the victim's body again. And something else. You made the right call here. It feels good. Pure. About what? I'm talking about your zero tolerance policy towards the mania of narco. You're in the right here. Powerful stance. Would you like to take it up a notch? Would you like to become an anti-narcomania zealot? I'm pure and steadfast. Totally uncorrupted by narco. Yes, you're pure. Unravaged by narco. Of course, it's pretty obvious you've done a lot of drugs in the past and will probably do more in the future, but that doesn't matter. You're right. I can't think of any objections. Of course not. You've always been an anti-narco militant material. You kept her off the dark course with that interjection. Are you ready to save lives? I am. Opioid receptor antagonists. I'm ready to start saving lives. I'll say that out loud. That's good to hear, Kim says. He does not have any narcotics visibly on him as he says it. Good. You can see it so clearly in a dark alley behind the Portrait de Nude. A young couple is having sex on a shopping cart. Their eyes are bloodshot and their brains fried. They are in the throes of narcomania. On the top floor of an office building, a young exec takes a drag from a short spliff and his eye rolls to the back of his skull. He too is a narcomaniac. Someone needs to take a stand. The world needs a narc. The world needs you. Don't worry, you can still drink and smoke. Those aren't real drugs. Well, I can become a narco cop, but I don't think I will do that because that won't do me any good here in this community. But okay, if I go through here, I will come out there where there's this bucket. Maybe I can come in from the right. But I could go down to that body again. But let's talk to this woman some more, but in the next episode. See you then. Have a nice day.